Hello, I'm Lareau and you're watching Pat White TV. Enjoy. I was quite a big kid. I was quite fat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was like really chubby.
En direct du cabaret Juste pour rire, Camille Lareau pour Pat White TV. Je suis en compagnie de Roux qui va faire un spectacle ici ce soir dans quelques heures. It's your third time in Montreal in this year, in the last 6 months, yeah. And there's already another date confirmed in February. So I know you're going to play in Quebec City. Also, do you like Montreal? Have you had time to discover the city? Are you in love a bit with the city?
I haven't had time to discover it much. Every time we've been here, we've probably been in Montreal for the least amount of time of all the other places in North America that we've been, and Canada that we've been. So I don't really know it that well, but it's got such a European feel about it. It definitely feels like the closest place to home in the whole of the continent, you know. So it's just got a nice feeling about it. But apart from when I did a Shago, it's just always been freezing and like this when I've been here. So it's pretty cold. I know you can't see outside, but it's cold.
Do you speak a bit of French?
Not really. It's kind of embarrassing. All of my family speak French. Ben's always like, liar. No connection to France, you're just lying. I'm like, no, honestly, I swear. You don't speak French. My grandmother lived in France for like 15 years. But yeah, probably the least connected to France of all of us. And I'm the one that's under this banner of Lareau. But, you know, you have to use what you've got. It's just tenses. I find
that so hard, the grammar.
The grammar's so annoying. Yeah. My graphics guy who does my artwork, he found it in a skip or a bin or something. I don't really know, but he just said that he found it. He was like, I found this, and I was looking for a project name, and I was tearing my hair out trying to think of one, and I had pages and pages and pages of different ideas, and he just said, why don't you look through this? And I think the first page I turned to said Lareau on it, and I just loved the way it looked written down, and then it said that it vaguely meant red-haired one.
How did you meet Ben Langmaid, which is kind of your co-partner?
I met him through an old friend of his called Jason Bacon, and I was at a party in Brixton, and I was in the manager's office of this party, like a late hour, and I was singing, and Jason heard me, and he just called Ben and said, you should work with her. So I did. It's very collaborative. It is pretty much 50-50. It's, you know, he writes the lyrics with me and the melodies with me. We talk about the content of the songs in great lengths. I sit on the keyboards and play in parts, and then we work out the sounds together and we produce it together and stuff like that. Properly started singing and learning about my voice and learning that I had a voice and how to use it probably when I met Ben when I was about 17. Oh, I suppose I always had a belief. Maybe I was quite a cocky kid, to be honest, you know, kind of. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I was like, I'm going to do this, and I just want to write songs. I didn't want to be famous. I didn't want to be a pop star. I just wanted to make music, and I was like, that's what I'm going to do, because it's all I'm good at anyway. I'm rubbish. I can cook, and that's about it. I'm a great cook, and we can write songs, but that is about as far as my talents take me.
What's your specialty in cooking?
I do really good jerk chicken, and I do like a really good baked mackerel, like Moroccan, like spicy baked mackerel. I love cooking steak, like really quick steak, and I make mackerel pate, and I don't know, I make loads of stuff. I love cooking. Did
the social media help you, like MySpace or Facebook, to get known and get your stuff out there? When
we first started, it was just MySpace. I remember Lily Allen was the first music person that I knew about on MySpace. First I was like, I'm not going on MySpace. I was a real snob about it. But I always wanted to do it without the internet. I was like, they didn't have the internet in the 60s and they still did it. And then after a while I was like, actually, maybe I need to get a MySpace. Because it was a friend of a friend of a friend or something that showed this MySpace to someone who knew someone at a record label. And they wouldn't have been able to hear the music unless we had a MySpace. So it is really important, and if you are a new band, I think it's really important to have one.
What's your secret behind the hair?
Wear a hat. What's the secret? There isn't. It's just a lot of hair products. There's no secret. There's not like there's not
water
like a
and sugar.
magical recipe like McDonald's or something. No, it's just hair products.
So you do your own hair?
Yeah, I do. It's really funny. I have a hairdresser who's really, really great, and he does like Kings of Leon and Lady Hawk and several other people. And he does my hair every time, and then he cuts it, and then he goes, "Okay, do your thing," because he's like amazing hairdresser, and he's like, "I don't know how you do that. Go and do it." But I think the next album's going to be a lot more observational because I don't really have a great deal of pain to write about in my life right now. I'm pretty darn happy, so I'm not going to sit there and go, "Oh, touring is great. I love music. I love playing live. Listen to my album. I sleep on the tour bus." It's the most boring album ever. So I think I'm going to have to sort of like write stories about people I know, or be a bit more observational about things. Read some books maybe.
So you would be comfortable with singing in French?
Yeah, I'd love it. There's a song that me and my sister really love called Tu le garçon. Tu le garçon, les filles de mon âge. Yeah, lovely song.